92% of high-performing executives say motivation fails them by Wednesday. Not their ability. Not their intelligence. Their motivation. According to recent research from McKinsey's 2025 Executive Health Study, the executives who maintain consistent peak performance don't have better willpower. They've engineered their environments so willpower becomes irrelevant. They don't wake up trying to find motivation. They wake up inside a system that makes the right decision the default decision. That's the difference between elite performers and everyone else. And it's not complicated. It's systematic. You already know this feeling. 3 in the afternoon hits. And your energy collapses. You promised yourself better sleep. You know you need to move. You know stress is eroding your decision making. But motivation isn't showing up. So you negotiate with yourself. You'll start Monday. You'll commit harder next quarter. You'll find the discipline. Here's what the data says about that approach. Deloitte's 2025 Global Wellness Report found that 68% of senior leaders report chronic stress directly impacting their strategic thinking. Not their mood. Their actual cognitive performance. The decisions you're making when you're running on empty are materially worse. And you know this. You've felt it in board meetings. You've seen it in your own judgment calls. The stakes are real. Your energy isn't a personal problem. It's a business problem. And relying on motivation to solve it is a strategy that fails predictably. What you're about to learn is a framework that separates the executives who sustain excellence from those who burn out trying. This isn't about adding more to your plate. It's about removing the need to think about the basics so you can reserve your decision-making energy for what actually matters. We're going to walk through 3 systems that elite performers in Singapore, across Southeast Asia, and globally have built to make peak performance inevitable rather than aspirational. First, how to architect your sleep and recovery like you would a critical business process. Second, how to engineer your energy throughout the day so willpower becomes a secondary tool. And third, how to build stress resilience into your routine instead of treating it as something you manage when you're already broken. By the end of this, you'll have a replicable model you can implement this week. Let's go. The first system elite performers build is non-negotiable sleep architecture. Here's the counterintuitive part. The best performers don't have better sleep genetics. They've systematized sleep like it's a quarterly business critical process, not a personal preference. According to recent research from the Stanford Medicine, Sleep and Neuroimaging Lab, 2025 data shows that executives with engineered sleep systems show a 37% improvement in decision-making accuracy and a 42% reduction in stress-related errors, compared to those relying on willpower. Let me make this concrete. A CFO at a major Southeast Asian financial services firm in Singapore implemented a sleep system in early 2025. Not a goal. A system. Fixed bedtime. Non-negotiable wake time. Room temperature locked at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Blue light blocking 40 minutes before bed. No work devices after 9 p.m. Not because she found motivation. Because she removed the decision. Her calendar blocked time for sleep the way it blocks board meetings. Her chief of staff protected it. Within 6 weeks, her cognitive recovery time after high-stress decisions dropped from 3 days to 1. The application is this. You don't need willpower for sleep. You need architecture. Pick one evening ritual tonight. Lock it into your calendar for the next 30 days. Let it become environment, not effort. The second system is strategic energy distribution throughout the day. Most executives treat energy like an infinite resource until it's completely depleted. Elite performers model it like a budget. according to Gartner's 2025 Executive Performance Index. Leaders who implement time-blocked energy management protocols maintain 68% more cognitive capacity during high-stakes decisions compared to those without structured energy allocation. Here's what this looks like in practice. A regional operations director at an Indian tech conglomerate in Bangalore mapped her energy across the workday. She identified that her peak cognition happened between 7 and 10 a.m. She moved all strategic thinking, all complex problem solving, all major decisions to that window. From 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. She scheduled lower cognitive load work, meetings, email triage, routine approvals. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. She built in a non-negotiable 40-minute recovery block. Walk. Light lunch. No meetings. This wasn't motivation. This was design based on her actual energy curve, not a generic productivity guru's recommendation. Within 2 quarters, her team reported improved decision quality and faster execution. She didn't get more motivated. She got more systematic. Your application. Track your energy for 3 days this week. Note which hours you're sharpest, which hours you flatline. Then rebuild your calendar to match your biology, not your email volume. The third system is stress resilience architecture. This is where most executives fail. They treat stress management as something you do when you're already stressed. Elite performers embed stress recovery into their routine before the crisis hits. Recent research from the World Economic Forum's 2025 Global Risk Report indicates that executives with daily stress resilience protocols show a 51% lower rate of burnout and a 45% improvement in decision velocity under pressure. A regional managing partner at a major professional services firm across Southeast Asia built this system into her week. Every Monday, 60 minutes of structured physical recovery. Tuesday and Thursday, 20 minutes of deliberate breathing practice built into her calendar between meetings. Friday, a non-work activity that demanded her full attention. Not because she felt stressed, because she'd engineered stress recovery as a prevention system, not a response system. The network effect was real. Her team saw recovery as normal, not weakness. Her decision-making under pressure stayed sharp. Her retention in her division was 32% higher than peer divisions. The application is this. Identify one stress response activity that you know works for you. Not a fancy wellness app. Something real. Walking, breathing, swimming, piano. Something. Schedule it like you schedule revenue calls. Make it a system, not a motivation-dependent choice. Picture the version of yourself operating 18 months from now. Not because you found more willpower, because you engineered it away. Your sleep is systematic. You wake clear-headed, not relying on coffee to offset a recovery deficit. Your energy doesn't crash at 3 p.m. because you've distributed your cognition according to your actual rhythm, not your calendar's convenience. Your decision-making under pressure stays sharp because stress recovery is built into your baseline routine, not something you scramble to do when you're already burned out. Your team sees you sustaining excellence without the visible strain that used to define ambitious leadership. The leadership you model is resilient, not heroic. That version of you isn't more motivated. They're more systematic. They're more sustainable. They're operating from a place of energy abundance, not energy scarcity. That's not an aspiration. That's a system away. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one system from this video. Sleep architecture, energy distribution, or stress resilience. Just one. Implement it this week. Don't try to overhaul everything. System builders start small and compound. Once you've locked in that first system, the next one becomes easier because you've already proven to yourself that structure beats motivation. If this framework resonates with you, subscribe to Apex Minds. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly content on executive performance, energy management, and leadership at scale. Share this video with a peer operating under the same pressure you are. They need this. Next week, we're breaking down how elite performers manage their cognitive load during major organizational transitions. The frameworks we use separate executives who stay sharp through chaos from those who get overwhelmed by it. You don't want to miss that. Thank you for watching. Keep building your systems. Thank you so much for watching this video. If these insights resonated with you, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J and hit the notification bell so you never miss our weekly content. Share this video with a colleague who needs to hear it. We will see you in the next one. Keep pushing forward. Thanks for listening. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Apex Minds D4J for more powerful insights. See you in the next one.